Well, where are you going?
I don't know. But I'm not taking her back in there. Not to that prison, I'm not. You can help us if you want to, Mick. But if you don't, we'll never see you again. I mean that.
But if the women are in favour of the scheme with the idea of getting full-time study for everyone in the future, they might be prepared to make the sacrifice now. It's the only way I can see around the Screws boycott.
I'm not so sure. I think you give up too easily.
You know, I think B's going to win this round. They're going to have to agree to full-time study for her.
Okay, girls, down tools.
What?
We're on strike.
Strike? Beauty! What are we going on strike for?
The Screws are trying to foul up the Braille machine project. They reckon if an instructor comes in from outside to show me the routine, one of the Screws has to supervise me.
Yeah, you probably reckon she's going to try and race them off, you know?
Yeah, and the union says they're too short-staffed as it is. It would mean overtime and extra shifts if one of them had to stand guard over me.
Well, why do you need supervising?
Oh, well, they probably think she's going to send out secret messages in Braille.
Regulations. The only other alternative is if the teacher stands guard over me, which means you lot miss out on your classes. Oh, calm down, calm down. That's not going to happen either.
Yeah, well, I think it's a bit rotten that all of us have to suffer just because one person wants to learn how to use a Braille machine.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at. Can't you see they're trying to play us off against one another?
So we go on strike?
Right. They think they can stuff us around. They've got another thing coming.
But we're going to show them that we can stick together to get what we want, right?
Yeah, that's might only be prisoners, but we know our rights. Up the revolution!
The union's got to take a tougher stand.
I agree. These new projects only make more work for the officers.
It's ridiculous. In many ways, the women are better off than we are. The department introduces new schemes. It makes life easier for them without any thought for us.
It's the same old story, and I think there's far too much notice being taken of the non-union personnel who dream up these schemes.
Well, I'll be damned if I'll be rep for a milksop union. If they want a show of strength, then by God, they'll get it.
How long do you reckon it'll be before the Screws find out about it?
Oh, not long. Just a few more minutes, I reckon. Now, remember, we all stick together on this one.
That's right. We can't afford to show the least little sign of weakness.
All right, what's going on?
Can't you see? We're on strike.
I see. What for?
Our rights.
What are you talking about, Smith?
Bea was supposed to start work on the Braille machine, but now they've blocked it because they told her she had to have an officer present, and they claim there's no one available.
Yeah, well, that's right. But Mr. Andrews was available. After all, it was his idea.
And that's what you all want, isn't it? That'd put an end to the classes. Yeah. Less work for you, more work for us. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You should know from past experience that you'll get nowhere like this.
Yeah? Well, we'll see, won't we? But until then, there'll be no work done.
Can't you see what she's trying to do? She's trying to get you to stand up for her own private privilege. She's using you.
It's not just for Bea, you know. It's for all of us. I mean, if we don't make a stand somewhere, things are going to be worse here than they were before.
What a load of old codswallop, Bryant. Now get back to work. I'm ordering you. All right, I'm warning you. You're deliberately disobeying a lawful command, and for that you can be charged.
Just.
You realize you can be sent to solitary for this, Doreen?
Yes.
Then get back to work.
I'm on strike with all the others, Mr. Fletcher.
All right, I'll go away and give you time to reconsider. And while I'm gone, consider this. For this stupid action, you could lose all of your privileges.
Wow.
He's running scared. They know they've got a fight in their hands, otherwise he would never have backed down. You all did very well, ladies. Round one to us.
Chrissy, for God's sake, be reasonable. Well, can't you see what you're doing? If we don't get her back now, we'll lose her for good.
No, I've waited long enough. She's staying with me, and that's final.
We're late getting her back as it is. What do you think they're doing at the home? They've probably called the cops already.
Well, don't just stand there. Give us a hand.
No. We'd be on the run again, and how far do you think we'd bloody get?
Don't answer it. Mick, don't answer it.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Mick. I've been trying to get on to you for ages. What's going wrong?
Hello, Mrs. Morris.
You tell her you haven't seen me. I've gone out with Elizabeth and you don't know where I am.
Don't be bloody stupid. Oh, Chrissy's gone off her head, Mrs. Morris. She's refusing to take the kid back to the home. She reckons she's going to shoot through and take Elizabeth with her.
Bloody kill you for this. Give me that phone.
Mick, you've got to stop her. The matron's been on to me. She knows something's wrong.
She won't listen to reason, Miss...
Now, look, it's all right for you. It's not your baby, is it? I'm not in Wentworth now, you know. I can look after her myself.
Chrissy, this is not the way to do it. Now, take Elizabeth back, please. I know how you must feel, but think about your parole.
No, I've had enough. They got no bloody right. I'm her mother.
I'm going to hang up now, Mrs. Morris. This is not getting us anywhere.
Mick, the matron said she'd give you 2 hours' grace before ringing the police. Now, that was over an hour ago.
Leave it to me, Mrs. Morris. I'll get her back. You can forget it, Chrissy. You're not going to do it.
Oh, no. Just you watch me. You can come with us if you like, Mick, or you can go to hell.
Yeah, well, I've got the car keys and the money. How far do you think you're going to get?
Stuff your car keys and stuff your money. I've always been able to get by without you. There's plenty of people want what I can give them.
Yeah, and what a great sort of a life that's going to be for Elizabeth. In a few years' time, she'll be standing just about where you are now. Is that how much you love her?
Shut up, Mick. Just shut up. It'll be all right when I've got time to think and work it all out. I just want to get her away from here before it's too late.
It's already too late. The only place you're taking Elizabeth is back to the baby's home with me.
So they've downed tools and say they're on strike.
If only Mr. Andrews hadn't informed them of the scheme before it was properly arranged.
But I told you from the start, he had too much enthusiasm and not enough common sense.
He's worked very hard and done a lot of good for the women.
It may be so, but at what cost? He's pushed so hard and so fast that he's alienated the staff, with the result that we might have 2 strikes on our hands.
I really had high hopes of a whole new level of prisoner cooperation.
Well, they're really digging their heels in over this one. It's not going to be easy to talk them round.
Well, I shall just have to try. How was the work output in the laundry before they went on strike?
Well, luckily they've been working flat out. I think they were trying to prove that they could get by without Smith so she could go onto this braille machine. No, you've got no worries there. There's a whole stockpile of clean laundry.
Well, we can be grateful for that, at least.
Much more fun than cleaning them.
I said, no chucking. Dressed as a ghost. Dressed as a ghost.
What on earth's going on in here? Birds! Wordsworth, are you out of your mind?
Haven't you heard, Miss Bennett? We're working to regulations. We did far too much work over the last couple of days and we turned out more clean laundry than we need to. So we decided, rather than muck up the system, we're going to put things back to what they was.
Could you excuse me, please, Miss Bennett? I think those sheets are dirty enough.
And I think this has gone far enough. Now get back to work, and I want all this laundry back through the machines immediately.
Oh, sorry, Vera, we can't oblige. You see, we're on strike.
What for?
Our rights.
Please, Mick. It tears my guts out every time I have to hand her back. I just can't stand it anymore. I just want her to be with us.
Oh, no, love. You've got to realise you'd only be making it worse. They'll never let you keep her this way.
Oh, don't let him in, Mick.
Missy? Mick, are you there? It's Meg Morris.
What's the situation? Chrissy, you must realise that if you want to keep Elizabeth for good, you've got to go through the right channels. Oh, believe me, I do understand what you're going through. But if you try to run away with her, you'll never get custody.
I love you and Elizabeth too much to see you go through that. She's got to have the chance to start life properly with us.
Oh, yeah, living in an institution. I mean, what kind of a start has she had already? I just wanted to get her out of there, that's all.
Look, it won't be for long. She's still a baby. She doesn't realise yet. Mr. Muirhead at the department was very impressed with my verbal report, and he's going to do everything in his power to speed up the processing. But we must get Elizabeth back straight away, or all that work will go for nothing.
What do you say, Chrissy?
Oh, I can't seem to win with you two, can I? All right, then.
All right, well, let's get started. I've got my car outside. I'll drive you both back. Well, come on.